The year was 2006. My life was speeding, and if I ever felt lost, this was it. My dad had just married my stepmom, and I now had two new sisters. The house I grew up in was now too small for the family, and we had to move away from my hometown, which meant changing schools and leaving all my friends behind. Life kinda sucked. But my uncle, who used to be a rally driver, always got us tickets to racing events, and MotoGP was almost like a family ritual at this point. However, for some reason that year nobody wanted to go, except for my cousin, who begged me to go, so we went. To the same corner, same seats, same routine as always. I wasn't very excited about the idea, to be honest, and the day itself, it was a gloomy day, almost raining. The championship that year felt super predictable. Hayden or Pedrosa would win it for sure, and we rooted for Rossi. My cousin kinda joked in the beginning of the race, before it started. You see that corner over there? Hayden and Pedrosa will crash and Rossi will overtake them. And I was like, yeah, sure, right? How could that happen? And then on lap 3, bam, it did happen. Suddenly hope appeared out of nowhere. Just like my life at 16, it felt like I was in a crash, but maybe something exciting could still happen. After the race, though, nothing really changed for me. Just like in the movies, I was not the main character, so I didn't win any trophy. But it was funny because life was unpredictable, and even though the unexpected kept happening to me again and again, I was reminded by that moment that the unexpected can happen, but sometimes it will happen the way you want it to. I was 16 and had no money for a bike nor a license. Heck, my father would probably not even sign the permission for me to take that license anyway. And the most ridiculous part? I couldn't even ride a bicycle. Yes, I knew how to skate, but I looked like a drunkard when I rode a bike. I opened my legs too wide and I would go left and right and could never go in a straight line. So, all I could do in the end was play MotoGp4 and dream. I became so obsessed at the time that everything in my life had to revolve around bikes. Even my crush at the time was the only girl in school who knew what MotoGP was, and that was because her dad owned a bike and took her with him every year. At this point, I would play the game hours on end. I would try to emulate real life as much as I could, so I did the career mode with the races having the same duration as in real life and turned off some of the assists. After a while though, each lap ended up being super lonely, as with so many laps, I always ended up moving so forward that the race would almost feel like a time trial. Just like in life, I was my only opponent most of the times. And not only that, this obsession only increased my feelings of loneliness, since no one in my class besides that girl was into bikes nor MotoGP anyway. Once again, I was the kid that liked things nobody else liked, just like my previous class in my old school. It took me some time to realize this, but in reality, what I was feeling was alone. At this point, I stopped with this obsession altogether. I stopped wanting a bike. I converted myself to dreaming of owning a car one day, with people in it, in the backseat, friends, family. I would imagine everybody going for a drive together, and this all started with a crash. I learned that life isn't about avoiding crashes, it's about not wasting laps, and I didn't want to spend more time being alone. So if you feel stuck, remember, maybe you're not lost. The track might even be in front of you. Come back to this video if you're feeling alone and hopefully you'll get some fuel out of it just like I did after that MotoGP race. Don't be afraid to take your time and explore your intentions. Find the people you want and enjoy the race. If you watched until the end, I just want to say thank you and let you know that you're always welcome here. You are the true OG.